Well, here we are. Today is Friday, April 9th, 2021, and I have just recently picked up three new bee packages that I'm going to try to hive today. It was a bit sunny earlier, but at least it's not raining. I kind of would like if it was brighter out, sunny, but the overcast hopefully won't be too bad. I've got three hives here, or three packages and three hives. This last winter, fall and winter, I lost my other hives. A couple of them got attacked and robbed out, and they vacated, and at least one of the other ones just simply failed. I don't know if it got attacked and left, or what exactly happened, because there were some dead bees in the bottom, but not a full hive worth of dead bees, so I'm not entirely sure what happened there. But anyway, I did not end up having a hive make it through the winter, so I have new packages, and I'm going to try again this year and see if I can get them to actually make it through the winter. I've already cleaned up these boxes. These frames, some of them are empty, scraped off the old wax from last year. Some of them still have comb from last year from the hives. They're going to see if these bees will take those and accept them, and give them a little bit of a head start. All of these frames I had frozen over the winter, so anything that had been in them is now good and dead. And you see here I already have some sugar syrup with, I have an additive, I believe it's honeybee healthy additive, which has got some lemongrass and some other essential oils and sugar and water in it to help stimulate and hopefully keep them happy and healthy. But anyway, what I'm going to get started doing here is, as you can see, I've got, if you look in some of these boxes here, I've got 4 frames, and I'm leaving the other side empty. These are 8-frame boxes, and they're normal standard deep hives, and I'm going to go ahead and get these opened. Hopefully, notice I'm just wearing gloves and going to wear the veil. Hopefully they won't get they won't be too unhappy with me as I'm doing this, otherwise I might have to take a break and go get my actual bee suit. But I do want to try and keep them out of my face. So we'll put this on here and then get started here cracking these open. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the box, take the wooden cover off. There's a plastic strap here which has the queen attached to it, and then inside there is a can of sugar syrup. So I'm going to take the lid off here, put the box in, knock the bees down off so they're down in the bottom of the box. You can see here where they're all hanging up from the top. So I'll knock them all down so that I can get it opened up and get the sugar syrup can out, and then put the bees into the box, put the lid on, and I'll also take the queen and probably wedge her between a couple of these frames, and they will go migrate themselves out of the box onto the frames. And like I said, I have some of these that have honeycomb already on, or comb already on them, so I'm hoping they will take that. I don't have anything for these. I will later be putting on, probably after I get the rest of the frames in here, after they vacate these boxes, put some more frames in, and I have these little small hive beetle traps that I will put in. But I need to get some water into those first. So let's go ahead and get started with prying these open. And there's just stapled on with 2 staples on each end. Apparently this one had quite a few bees on top that got smashed. And as you can see, I'm not worrying about too much about any smoke or anything here. So we'll pry this up. And as I said, this black strap, there is a queen cage attached to it and dangling in. And she's in the cage with a couple of attendants, but separated from the rest of the hive, or the rest of the package, because these aren't actually originally her hive of bees. Get captured of the edge here, the lip, the can. You can start pulling up the can. Come on. This box down in here. Coming out and starting to investigate. And you can see here we have the cage with the queen in it and a bunch of bees hanging around outside of it. So we're going to set them right there for now. And I may have to, after I get this one, put the lid on here, I may actually have to go postpone this for a little bit, because it looks like and which side is the cork end? That's the cork end. So I'm also going to take the cork out because there is the cork out of the sugar end. So there's sugar fondant in one end and a cork in the other. Now there's a cork in both ends, but one side has just the cork and the other has sugar fondant. So we're going to put that in here, wedge that in right about there like that. And we'll go ahead and knock these girls off and put the lid on. And we'll call this one hived. And we'll let them, and I'm going to have some flyers hanging around here, and they'll eventually figure out where their new home is. One of the three boxes, who knows which ones they'll actually pick and keep. But the bulk of them that are in that package are going to stay with this queen, because that's the one that they shipped with and they know. And I can already see a couple of them here flying around. They're going into that hive. box in there as well. This box down in here. Where is my other hive? There it is. Under there. It's interesting, I already apparently have quite a few bees that came from that package that are migrating into these other two hives. It will be interesting. But the bulk of them should stay with the hive there, the package that they were put in. Hurry up and do this before whatever that cloud is gets too much further. It makes this difficult. Now, put this queen in with two staples. Do it that way. Cut through the strap because apparently I can't get the staple out. Ah, man. There we go. Now I have a hold of the can, and I have a hold of the queen, and we can set the box back down in the box. And hopefully not have too many bees underneath it when I set it down. Alright. Oh, come on out of there. Wow. This one's apparently in there tight. I'm trying to get this can out. Ah. There we go. Alright, and which one's the fondant end? There's the fondant end. See if we can brush some of these girls out of the way. balls. Like that. Oops. Now, I need to pull that out. I don't want that down there like that. I also want to make sure when I put this in here, I have enough room on the side. I'll have to double check that one because I can't remember if I made sure to do that. I want to make sure there's enough room on the screen side of the cage so that the bees outside can actually get to the attendants inside and the queen inside, so they can feed her and water her while they're migrating in. And of course, when I get all done with this, give it a couple more days, I'll be back out here to check on them and remove the boxes, and hopefully the queen cage, because they'll have made their way out. So, like I said, real quick here, I want to make sure, I think I have enough room on this one where they can service their queen. I just put that a little bit more room there and hang this down. That should be good. That should take care of that. Squished a couple. Oh well. It happens. And these guys are being fairly calm, actually. I'm getting a little bit of them buzzing around me and whatnot, but for the most part, they're leaving me alone, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. Might have to see what I'm going to do with this sugar water. Alright. Since I had so much problem with that last one, with it in the box, I'm going to take the box back out and then open it from here. What's really interesting is I got a couple bees on the top that are really trying to get in through the hole that I'm trying to pull the pan out of. There we go. These guys are out. Set them right about there. Take this box. Set them down in here. And I'm probably setting it on a couple of bees down in the bottom, but there's only so much you can do. Alright, you ladies stay in there. Open this up. And this is the fondant end. Come on, get out of my way. Kind of looking at them here, it looks like they are kind of, doesn't look like they're biting onto and holding on to the cage, so looks like they're a little bit closer to acceptance. And we can put them in there, just like that. And that's 3 packages hived. And a cluster of bees flying around. So, the other thing I've done here is I already have my entrance reducers here. So that should help give them less area to guard as they're figuring out what's going on here. And they'll be working their way into the hives and figuring out everything, and this will be their new home. Get out of my armpit. And then I need to figure out what I'm going to do with these cans of sugar. I suppose what I can do is I have these bricks. Actually, I don't even need the bricks. I can take these and just set them upside down here. I think that ought to hold. Yep. And then the bees and probably the ants. Actually, I think I am going to put them on the bricks, because they look like they're close enough. Looks like the gap in the table might be far enough apart where I'm afraid these things will get knocked and fall down, and I kind of don't want that so much. So we'll put the bricks here, and that will hold these, and then they can empty out hopefully the oh, you're in here with me. We'll have to get you out. But now they can empty out the sugar cans, the cans of the sugar syrup that they came with the packages, and they all have their own sugar water to start with. And we can get the rest of this cleaned up and take it back up to the garage. And then we're done for the day, and I'll probably come back out here in 2 days. Maybe 3 days, probably 2 days. Come back out here this Sunday in 2 days and check on the queens and the hives and remove the boxes. And on that note, and I think that's it for today. Sign out for now and see you in about 2 days.